I want to ask a question that every person who's gone through a breakup or a divorce asks themselves. The question is, are you ready to love again? You are not ready if you are like this stick. Dry, brittle, easily broken. You'll be better off if you're like this, bends easily, with life, with circumstances, with a new partner. What is love? Love is like a flower. The sun is starting to go down, so the flower is actually starting to close. Earlier today, this was wide open. But one of the things I noticed about this beautiful flower, that this blossom just blooms every day as the sun comes out. One of the things I noticed about this particular plant is, look right here, look what's behind it. Buds, buds, buds. Each one of these is a potential bloom, a flower that's going to be huge. On this, I don't know if you can see it, there's also some that are not quite fully open. So this one looks like maybe tomorrow it might be its first full day open. Buds everywhere. Here's a branch with just buds. No blooms on it at all. Look at these, they're so beautiful. They're incredible. These are growing in the hedges. I never planted them. Full bloom. Full bloom. This one's closing up as the sun's going down. But behind everyone, like I said, little buds that will be beautiful. That's the way love is. Love sometimes is in the form of a bud. You're not going to just jump into this right away if you haven't loved or been loved in a long time, or you're like that stick, you're brittle. It takes time. That's why I call it nurturing the seeds of love in your life. Don't squash out even the seeds of love. When you turn yourself off to love and being loved, believe it or not, there's people that want to love you. You might not think that because of your circumstances that you've been through. There are people in this world that want to love you and want to be part of your life. I know that for a fact. And I want you to just think about that for a moment. But if you are like that dry stick that just snaps, no matter what I do to that stick, put it in dirt, water it, it's not going to produce this. It will never produce. It's beyond. It's dry. It's brittle. How do you love again? Don't let yourself become dry, brittle, and easily broken. A psychiatrist friend of mine said, I remember years ago, he said, when you are ready to love again, you're really saying, I'm ready to be hurt again. And I get what he was saying. A lot of people don't like that word hurt. But what he's really trying to tell you is that you need to have a sense of vulnerability, to be vulnerable again. Because you need to have that semi-permeable heart to give love and also receive love. If you close yourself off permanently, you become like that stick. And no amount of watering in the future will ever create a beautiful flower. It will never bloom. It'll never blossom, ever, ever. So if you're taking time off from love, be careful of the things you read, the videos you watch, the people you listen to, those who are your gurus and mentors. Don't be led down a path of darkness and despair, because what happens is you get into that loop of despair, and then you attract people who have that same despair. And it's kind of like this self-fulfilling prophecy. Whether you're a man or a woman, all women are not bad, all men are not bad. You've had bad circumstances. I get that. Your heart, if you open it up like barn doors, who knows what's going to go in there? And you take a big risk when you do that. Of getting hurt, you also might find something wonderful. But I suggest that you start out with having a semi-permeable heart that allows only good things in and only good things out. Because a lot of times your darkness and despair might be a turnoff to someone who could possibly love you. Water the seeds of love, even if they're just this big, that are in your heart. they will become little buds, and eventually, with the right nurturing, become a beautiful flower and bloom again. But don't close yourself off. Don't be the stick. Do not be the dry, brittle stick. No one else that you are watching right now on YouTube is going to tell you this. Everyone's going to tell you to run in the other direction, not trust the opposite sex. And I'm not saying be a fool either. I hope you know me better than that. Think about this. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be broken. Don't joy and take pride in brittleness and bitterness and join the communities of men or women that are like that. There's no joy there. Because you remember in the how to attract women, and I will say how to attract people. Now, I will say that if you approach life from a place of joy, this is what you're going to get.